Very difficult question.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 3, G2 vs XL. We are underway in the playoffs of 2023. Let's get this show on the road. We are heading into the picks and bans. Been a while since I made the last video, so trying to remember what they were. But we're seeing the bans come through very quickly. The team is very familiar now with what they're banning, and yeah, we got an Ivan and a Jax on the side of XL. Poppy and Rel on the side of G2. So both teams really focusing on these tanky, supporty champions. Really trying to ban those out there. And I did not expect a Nico picker. Not so familiar with anyone on the other team picking Nico. Maybe some solo queue antics. Someone has been playing them in solo queue, maybe Caps, maybe Mickey, maybe maybe playing some Nico in solo queue and just saying, hey, we are banning out Nico. We know what you do in your game 3s. We're not taking any chances. And Maokai banned away here. He was used very effectively in the previous 2 games, so that does make sense.
Does G2 have cooking? Because we've seen Broken Blade
going into our first pick here. Very excited about this game. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, I've got a new webcam, so now you can see me, see how I am when I cast. And yeah, I thought it, yeah. And Rumble pick here. Now, Aruamne has been very strong on Rumble in his last series and in this one too, if I'm not mistaken. Very strong Rumble player, that I do remember. He's very scary on this champion. Broken Blade needs to be careful, though in the previous 2 games, Broken Blade has been playing well against him, so unsure about how this top lane matchup is gonna go. Rumble into Ornn, definitely gonna get that early advantage, but we will see if he can hold his lead, if he can really play up to how he played against Fnatic in the last series on that Rumble pick. Xayah Rakan, beautiful combination there. XL really saying we're not messing around. We're just picking our bot lane straight away and going for what we want.
Alistair is of course still up and available. Nautilus, Kai'Sa is something we've seen many times.
LeBlanc picked up by Caps and yeah, Kai'Sa there too. So I'm really looking at possibly a poke comp coming out here from G2. You've got that
but what's the Caps win rate?
The long range W by Kai'Sa. Name escapes me. Long range W by Kai'Sa, and just really being able to put out that damage from range. So really from XL we're gonna need to see some very hard engage here. I would like to see a really good hard engage support. Maybe, or support has been picked, maybe Rumble can engage. He can help set those engages up, so he is a good pick here. I would like to see someone on the side of XL really being able to close the gap. Maybe a Malphite into LeBlanc. Don't know how the matchup goes. Maybe a Nautilus, although support is picked here for the second time, so maybe not Nautilus. Something on the side of XL just really close that gap onto Kai'Sa, because when it gets to late game and she is hitting out those W's, that is so difficult to deal with. Yeah, so you need something. Yeah,
this is something we talked about earlier.
Yeah, you need that long range engage on the side of XL to really shut her down.
More frontline. They may very well choose to go for Braum again. I don't love Braum here though.
Bot lane being picked up here, so second wave ban, sorry, and XL do ban Nautilus and Alistair. Interesting. And Tristan and Lee Sin being banned out there too. Did not expect an XL Lee Sin pick. Maybe that is something that Peach likes to jungle on. Yeah, I do not know so much, but that's okay. And Azir, this is something I really like here. Azir's a good pick because you are able to close the gap on Azir and really threaten that Kai'Sa by just Eing in and using your seismic shove, your wall, to throw Kai'Sa into the mix. And a Sejuani pick here. Really love these last two picks here by Patrick and Limit. Really shutting down the long range engage by Kai'Sa and being able to put up a threat in that late game. Because if we look at the side of G2's comp, they have Kai'Sa and LeBlanc for damage. So really Leona and Ornn playing these more supportive roles, and a Kha'Zix being picked up here. So okay, that is something I did not expect. I am wondering how this will go. Kha'Zix into Sejuani. I find that interesting. Yeah, I guess Kha'Zix here really gonna try and poke and assassinate. That is G2's composition. Poke and assassinate and engage with the Ornn and the Leona from range. So maybe find up a pick, maybe do some poke damage from the range, and XL really, they're gonna have to try and stop that. They're gonna have to get those hard engages onto Kai'Sa, onto LeBlanc, and really shut them down. So I'm very excited to see how this matchup is gonna go. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure how this comp will play out between G2 and XL. We will see. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into Game 3 of the Grand Final of the LEC Playoffs 2023. G2 versus XL. Here we go.
It's going to be a challenge into this LeBlanc Kha'Zix combination.
It has been 2 years since XL Esports were able to beat G2, and now one loss away. They have to find that magic.
Let's do it. Okay, so level 1 looks like early wards being placed or attempting to be placed there by XL, spotted out by Caps, and G2 maybe expecting an invade and going for a counter invade. Very interesting play there.
Damage here as Hansama is going to back away. Last game we got to see Hansama pull into the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, they could turn, G2 could turn, but they don't have vision and they don't know how many people are there from XL.
15 kill in the last time these two teams faced up. So we'll have to see now if Hansama can once again find that moment to shine.
So some early wards being placed by XL on Kha'Zix's red buff, so really trying to track him. We know Kha'Zix is a very
he'll more than happily build that AD.
Kha'Zix is a very
strong support for both
early game focus jungler. He wants to get those early ganks in. He wants to get ahead early. He wants to snowball, do the damage. So XL really looking to prevent that. Kai'Sa and Xayah and Rakan here in this bot lane going to be very, very brutal. If they get things going. And Odoamne, I expect him. I'm not sure. Like, with how he is, or with how well Broken Blade has been playing this series, I don't expect him to... Oh, in the bot lane, we have some really big damage here onto Hansama, and some really good trades onto XL, really looking really good for them. Hansama down to half health already. Mickey chunked quite heavily. Amazing trade for the side of XL. So, as I was saying, Odoamne, Broken Blade been playing really amazingly on this tournament. I'm not sure how this top lane is going to go. I would expect it to be in the side of Rumble, especially early laning phase, but with how well Broken Blade's been playing, not so sure. He looks like he is winning out, so he is all lanes on the side of XL are really being favored here, and we have some early jungle action. Sejuani here going in for a little bit of poke, hopping into the bush, saying, Kha'Zix, I'm not afraid of you, and looking to potentially steal away the blue buff. Bot lane by G2 rotating in. Sejuani does get stunned up here, not too much damage. Mickey taking some damage here, has to flash away. XL in pursuit. Yikes still has his E. Leona going for some more damage. Handsummer following up. Looks like, oh, Peach does get caught. Amazing E by Mickey Xer. Just does shut him down. And Azir takes down LeBlanc 1v1. Oh, XL are not playing around here. Holy moly.
These two met. It was Cap solo killing Abadage in game 1. To now see him
They are saying, hey, you know, G2, you may have beat us in 2 games, but we are not going to take that. We are not afraid. And look at this play by Abadage. Oh, just pokes him down. Amazing job there.
A little bit of Lucian play.
Something, a little bit,
Week,
yeah.
you know, just in terms of
something, yeah.
some decision making. So first blood goes to Abadage.
And Mickey
Mickey
just going onto limit some poke damage just before maybe they base and gets a better slot. So that was actually a good play by Mickey there, really saying, we killed your AD carry, or we know your AD carry is not with you. Let me do some damage before we go back to base and get an advantage. Really good thinking there.
Like priority in mid or in bot side, you can actually use that to invade and really push Peach out of his own jungle.
Odoamne winning out this top lane
still relatively
quite heavily, actually.
Rarely do we see Abadage getting the lane advantage over a player like Caps, especially in final situations.
I'm surprised. It looks like he's really stepped things up in this game.
You check out social media and everyone's like, is it Craps or is it Claps? And today everyone was on the Claps hype train. He was looking strong. Obviously, I'm not
Limit trying to maybe find something on LeBlanc. I would say it's hard to find something on LeBlanc because she uses her. She has her W to kind of get away, and she has her passive to mimic, to clone. So yeah. Maybe he couldn't find so much use for his time and just wanted to see if he could do anything. Caps going in here onto Abadage. Abadage not flinching. Huh.
That top lane for Broken Blade. And now Peach on the assault.
Hard to flinch when you are rooted up by LeBlanc.
Peach tried to
oh my goodness, a tower dive here coming out by XL. Handsammer getting chunked down. Peach tanking up the tower does go down. And Patrick taking a big chunk of damage there too. So bit of a miscalculation there by XL. Really saying, hey, we can get away with this, but not being able to get away with it. I would say
Yike now going to start to move in here.
Still on the favor of
criticism of XL in game 1 that they weren't actually.
Although to be honest, I would say it's relatively equal. Like it is the AD carry going down, but the jungler on the enemy team going down is going to affect the top lane and mid lane, saying, hey, we can play a little bit more freely. So I would say a relatively even trade. Maybe a little bit worse for XL considering they had 3 people.
You can see a small advantage in favor of Patrick after Handsummer did lose a very big wave, but still Handsummer level 5.
Teleport being used on top lane by Odoamne, saying, hey, I don't want to miss any minions.
Not a huge win there for XL.
Now what's important here is Odoamne really needs to get down into those team fights. Of course now he is level 6. Maybe not this one, but the next one. Really wants to get into those Drake fights with the Sejuani, with the Azir, that AoE. Really strong team fight here actually by XL. Their team comp. Oh, flash E onto Limit, but does not work out, and that is unfortunate. Limit does blow his flash. Unfortunate for the side of XL. And yeah.
Juicy target on Handsummer.
Yeah, unfortunately though, Peach doesn't have access to level 6. We'll have to clear it as red and try and move back topside. So we'd love to try and exploit the fact that Handsummer has no flash.
So Kha'Zix just hovering in river. Looks like G2 are gonna get a free Drake here.
I gotta say, gentlemen, the
I feel like I would like to see XL contest that Drake, considering they've got really good team fight. Yeah, I don't want to see. What I wouldn't like to see is them kind of sit back and just give free Drakes to G2. They do have good team fight comp. They should be contesting. I guess their bot lane got pushed in a little bit. Maybe that is why they are not contesting. But yeah, XL, they need to be ready. They are 2 games down. They cannot afford to lose this game, otherwise they do get knocked out. Well, it is the final. They are pretty much contesting the final spot in the playoff stage. So yeah,
And you see whether or not now we have that small level advantage, whether or not
they need to be aware. They need to be sharp.
And this is the first time against
On
G2 he's
point.
actually managed to get his hands on this for Khan. So definitely having that impact that I think G2 are a little bit nervous about. But we need to see him step up the game.
Cats,
Once he can get access
Kha'Zix,
to this level 6.
both roaming up. Handsummer, oh, going in onto Patrick. Patrick going very low here. Leona does use flash, and it looks like Patrick is surely going to go down. Meanwhile, on the other screen, we have a fight over Rift Herald, and Patrick does go down. Yike getting very low here. Peach getting very low as well, and XL really running away here. Running for their lives. XL getting taken down. Sejuani goes down. Surely Abadage is going to fall too. Does he pick up LeBlanc? Abadage does not pick up LeBlanc. Caps living through that, and that is, if you're an XL fan, you've got to feel horrible. Like that sucks. That sucks for the side of XL. Bot lane, Drake, Rift Herald, losing the Rift Herald fight. Like, they are really dropping flies here.
Across the map. 2v2
They need to keep it up. They need to really focus on their early game, their team fights. Really contest these objectives in a way that is fair, in a way that is
Yeah, this is where you can
that is aligned with giving them the edge here. We see right now this fight starts 3v2. Abadage not in the team fight, so XL getting chunked low here. If Abadage was there, I reckon 1 or 2 kills go. I reckon the whole team fight goes inside of XL, or at least 1 or 2 kills, and this is a favorable situation for XL. So yeah, just Abadage a little bit late on rotation there.
Away from lane, Hansama and Mickey start the engage. They force him
Oh, good job by Caps for pushing him in and rotating early and getting to the team fight.
Assists actually completed for Hansama as well as Caps. You can see them being the gold leaders respectively. And as a team, G2 up 1,500 gold. The Rift Herald still available.
Oduamne and Broken Blade just duking it out.
XL stepping into the pit first.
Rift Herald. Started by XL. G2 moving up river. Rift Herald half health. Oduamne running down. This is 4v3. They should pick this up. Looks like they do. Uncontested. Cap's gonna throw in a little bit of poke there, saying I'm LeBlanc, I got W. And it's Broken Blade in trouble. Looks like he will just be able to back away here. And Kai'Sa getting some plates on bot side, so and not missing out horribly, but good pick up there by XL. Managed to get the Rift Herald. They are staying in this. When they use the Rift Herald gold, they will be not so far behind if they do pick up some plates.
Try to defend wherever.
Yeah, they won't be so far behind.
Odo on the rumble hasn't been able to garner the laning
Caps really saying, hello, I'm LeBlanc, I'm just going to cause some more problems under your tower.
Team fights for a minute to Dragon. His teleport is available. You need to keep a close eye on what's going to happen there.
I mean,
Abadage half health.
give a lot of credit to G2 in their adaptation.
If we look at the items here, we got the item name I don't know on both Kai'Sa and LeBlanc. I thought maybe because of how little damage Caps was taking, he had magic resist, but no magic resist. Just really good lead here by Caps onto that Azir, causing problems in the mid lane. Azir not finished his first item. Maybe that is why.
Gapping their opposition as they have done a lot throughout this split. And while they fell short in spring,
now Patrick picking up some plates on this outside of the map. Rift Herald does charge here and maybe even get a second charge. Oduamne, oh yeah, looks like it's going to get a second charge. Broken Blade really not being able to shut that down. Will they be able to get a tower? I don't think so. Yeah, no, not so much. But yeah, 1.5 towers here. And if we look on the other side of the map, XL's tower, tier 3 tower, still standing. Tier 3 or tier 1, don't know, the top left one. That one's still standing, has 2 plates on it, so really good trade there by XL, utilizing that Rift Herald and really coming back into this game. Only 2,000 gold lead now, so on the side of G2, so really close game. I feel like XL really focusing up after they lost that dragon fight, and they could be in here for we could be in here for a series.
G2 slowly but surely taking over the game.
Again, we have a Drake being picked up there by Kha'Zix. I would really like to see, yeah, I said it before, I won't say it again.
Kind of posturing around mid lane, they're looking for a pick, won't be able to find it though.
Yike being pushed away here. I would like to see some contention on the Drakes for the side of oh, we do have a pick hit onto Leona, onto Mickey. He's surely going down here. Good pick up by XL. So yeah, I would like to see some contestants onto the Drake, because they do have a good team fight. They really, yeah, Rumble, Sejuani, Azir, the Xayah, Rakan, lots of AoE there. Good CC, AoE CC, and lots of AoE damage. That is why. That is why I would like to see some contention on the Drake. Broken Blade getting chased here. Ooh, and he barely lives with a slither of health. Abadage getting extremely low. Handsummer in some trouble. Oh my goodness, the Kha'Zix just pops Azir. Sorry. Handsummer in no trouble. Holy moly. Azir just getting popped.
So calmly
like a minion.
Handsummer picks up the kill, and as XL try to get something back, G2 just make it so much worse.
I feel for them. They really tried to get back into the game. You know, and just as they were getting back into the game, G2 saying, hello, we'll take another gold lead, thank you, and now we do have a big gold lead, 5,000 gold on the side of, 5,000 gold lead on the side of G2.
Baits XL that in that little bit too far. Caps baits out Patrick with the ultimate and just sets up for Yike to rip XL to shreds.
Just you can see all that mobility, right? The Kha'Zix from behind, the LeBlanc dashing back in and out.
Oh, and a pick on the side of G2. Handsummer forced the flash. Mickey could be in trouble here. Getting chased down. Half health does flash. Peach flashes over the wall. Does go a little bit too far. And we do have a team fight on our hands. Mickey getting extremely low. Patrick getting chunked out by the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix, of course, using his ultimate to stealth. Teleport coming in by Broken Blade. XL, are they in trouble here? Peach getting extremely low. Does go down. Good juggling by Mickey. Does get out of the fight. Patrick surely going down here as well. Does go down. Yike. Getting chased extremely low HP. Does go down by the Rumble. And Rumble, can he turn this onto Caps? We do see Rumble doing a lot of damage. Great tanking there by Mickey. And oh, it looks like a bit of a disaster. A little bit of a disaster on the side there for XL. And yeah, Abadage joining the fray extremely late and does get taken down. Yeah. Good rotation there for the side of Caps, really coming in. These rotations in the mid lane, they matter. When you show up to the fight, they matter. You need to be there early. You get there too late, okay, like you're gonna, like, yeah, you need to be there early. Because if you are not there early, you are pretty much denying your team damage while they're tanking damage and your enemy mid laner's there, or yeah.
Great pick onto Hans, but they can't quite get the kill. They get the summoners out.
So yeah, it starts off really good here. Get the two flashes. Peach goes a little bit deep here. And G2 really doing well there to capitalize on that opportunity to say, okay, Peach has gone a bit deep. Let's follow him up and do some damage here. And we can see does get taken down. Mickey doing really well on the Leona, juggling the tower damage. Kha'Zix going in and almost gets away here, but does go down to the Rumble burn. And yeah, we can see XL a little bit split up in this fight now, and they do get chased, they do get focused down by G2, who are more grouped together.
Just shy.
They do get taken down by G2, and yeah, G2 really doing well here, pulling up the stops. Amazing job. Arguably one of the best organizations in Europe, historic organization, really world champions. In really world championship tier, really showing their class here. Don't know what I was trying to say.
For G2, it is a return to form. I mean, take a look at their placements since spring 2019. They've been in 17 splits, they've won 10 titles. on the verge of making
Patrick needs to be careful. LeBlanc does have two team members hovering by, though. Maybe they were trying to set up a trap.
But this time round, I mean, what did you say earlier, Vedius?
G2 are a good team.
The ankles of XL. Game 1
yeah.
was all about the lanes. Game 2 felt like
XL.
Game 3 feeling
looks like we have a team fight on our hands here. XL fighting with a bit of a goal deficit, but they're going in anyway. Patrick getting chased down, and the Kha'Zix damage is huge here. Mickey, does he get away? Dodges the Sejuani charge and does get away. G2 picking them up. Holy moly. Amazing job by G2.
Caps will just be unable to take down limits.
That's just rude.
Rift Herald coming in here.
I mean,
surely.
The tower will fall. G2 will push in.
This has to be it for G2.
Mickey has reclaimed his status.
This is it, surely. Like tier 3 towers getting bonked on. Yikes, picking up a free dragon. 3 dragons on the side of G2, some inhibitor damage as well. Like, surely this is it. The gold lead, I don't know what, can't see it at the moment, but must be massive. And yeah, we can really see... We're not seeing the ultimates line up for XL. They need that Sejuani ultimate, they need that Rumble ultimate, they need the Rakan AoE dash to really, the knock-up to really synergize with each other, and then we can really start seeing some team fights being won on the side of XL. We look at the team comp on the side of G2, very squishy. If Caps is not knocked up or stunned, if Caps is knocked up or stunned, he's getting taken down. Kha'Zix, very squishy. Handsummer, Kai'Sa, really squishy. These squishy champions, they need the ultimates to line up. Rumble, Sejuani, Azir, Rakan, and then they will start winning team fights. A little bit of good news. Yeah, maybe not. I was going to say maybe a little bit of good news on the side of XL. They do have they're against some squishy champions, and I think that potentially they have the possibility to win team fights. But seeing that Knight's Spell being picked up by Kha'Zix and the Hexdrinker as well, and Merc Treads on LeBlanc, I think they can still do it, but it has to be next team fight. They maybe also if they can pop that Night Spell onto Kha'Zix, really helping them a little bit, give them a good chance. But yeah, I would really like to see XL fighting over objectives when G2 are grouped up and just basically allowing for your ultimates to synergize, allowing for the AoE to land. That is the best chance, in my opinion. Yeah, I would say that is the best chance.
Where do XL decide to stand? Where do they pull the trigger?
Well, they're gonna have to make a stand in the bot lane, I think.
And G2 now picked up Baron, really sieging down this tower. Caps pushing in the mid inhibitor. Oh, the poke damage coming up by Handsummer, not fun at all to be against. That long range W, so scary. Broken Blade going in. G2 just saying, hey, let's dive your tower. We are not afraid. Broken Blade, woo, does tank up a lot of damage, and actually G2 getting extremely low, but it is just Sejuani and Azir on the other side. Sejuani, yeah, can they turn this around? Can Abadage be the hero for XL? This is the grand final of the LEC Summer Playoffs. Can he turn it around? And unfortunately, he does get bursted. Great job there by Mickey, really locking him up, and this is surely going to be it for the side of XL. This has to be it. This is game, ladies and gentlemen. G2 are your LEC Summer Playoff 2023 finalists, winners. Let's go. Okay, maybe I called that a little bit too early. XL respawning, and they are putting up a bit of a fight here, and it looks like G2 are not your LEC Summer Playoff 2023 champions just yet. Looks like we are gonna have to fight off a couple of super minion waves and go for a little bit of a reset. Yeah, feels quite embarrassing. Really wrap that one up. You know it's over now, guys. Yeah, hey.
look at him.
We'll
He
get
does a
the-
good job and engage from limit onto the backline. The Rumble ultimate is
Feels embarrassing.
too, but the gold disparity is just too much. They don't quite have the damage. And G2 once again blinking health bars. It is the story of this whole series. They walk away deathless.
That was just me foreshadowing the future, you know. I had to really cast that one, you know. I like to give these future casts. and G2 really pounding on the nexus here, on the base of XL. XL getting taken extremely low. Abda going down here, and ladies and gentlemen, G2, your summer playoff 2023 champions. Amazing stuff there by G2. Played well, I would say. Well deserved. Thank you for tuning in to my commentary for this match. Celebrations underway. I will see you next time.
G2 were the significantly better team.